Here we are, flying over the English Channel. The weather here is absolutely beautiful. It's 11 degrees and sunny. We've just flown over the waters, which is extremely calm, and you're looking at the landmass now. Well, here we are at long last in London. We're staying at the Charles Dickens. That's where Audrey is. And it's a sunny day, 11 to 12 degrees was the temperature, clear skies, clear blue skies. And here are the famous black cabs. That's the gateway to Hyde Park, straight ahead. And we are just walking down the road, Bayswater Road, looking for a place called Marble Arch to pick up our tour for the next morning. And there ahead of you are the famous red buses again.
Off to the left now, this is the Tower Bridge. We'll go over to Tower Bridge. If that what we do, we'll step on the lower section to give you a better photograph of the Tower Bridge. Find things in the front. Just off there. That's the bridge that opens in the middle. It's 100 years old. It's a steel bridge. It was there, like, that opened in June. They had big parties of the bridge. If you're 100 years old in this country, Queen sends you a telegram. If you're a bridge, they go a streetcar. Keep looking east side of the road, we've got a lion east side of the road. Then it's the boundary line of the city. Look at the back, there's a field, there's a flag, there's a wall, there's a left. If a guy can move a guy's off and there's a view, something you don't utilise that, we'll do it some other time. The bridge so they've got the best route to the other side driving. I think it's something like that. I went over there last year, I went over there with a bike trip. I fell in the water on the back of the boat. I jumped in and then took it. It was Charlie, so they stopped. past next and after I can look at our site. All square buildings give us television, less television than I can during the course.
We are looking at the Houses of Parliament. On this side are the House of Lords, and on the far side is the House of Commons. And there is the Big Ben. The Big Ben refers to the bell, not to the tower. And it's on the River Thames.
The other part is Palace, the dungeon, the garden, and the main ground of the Palace. Almost up next to the Palace, the left hand on the right, the next to the ball. They want to go especially green island. They are part of the red round, in fact, the country Italian is now, and the rest of the town is culture of the world. I thought every resident of one of the giants, of the giant, who has the most of the shortly finished. Canyon house on the right. And those place come back along the other side, the memorial on our left, but this is not safe for the village there, which is sometimes called the hub of London. So we really said, this is next to Memory Lane called Long Shaftesbury. Long Shaftesbury. Fishes here, something like this, back there, there's little fishes from the together here on heaven. It's not just this, we've got the tab on the left. Here's a picture of the corner, you can get a little corner, just right here. Very much good as I say, it looks very, very pretty too, you think in here. It looks very delicate. Mayfair off to the right, the Embassy, the big hotels, and we wind our way down towards London, under the underpass here, on the left. We have Stewart Park, one of the 5 Royal Park seats. Sandal Street section has the left out. Well, most of the stuff on the taken.
This is Westminster Abbey. There's Audrey and Jim looking at the Tower of London. We just got off our train and we're taking a brief look at it before we get down there. the distance is the Tower Bridge. We've come now to Baker Street Station and we are on our way to Madame Tussauds.
yourself a favour, girls. You're not the same as me.
Looking at St. James's Park, which runs right along this road in front of the palace. The building in the distance is Darren's house, which is part of the residence of the Queen Mother. Here we are at Buckingham Palace. These gates mark the entrance to Clarence House, which is the official residence of the Queen Mother. That's the main gate to the palace. There in front of me is a famous balcony. We've seen so many pictures of the royal family assemble and give the public a view of their presence at the palace. It's not as big as it looks in pictures, but that's it there. This is a view from the side of the palace. I scan towards the main road where the traffic is flowing. just finished looking at the palace and walking back to Trafalgar Square, and I'm just giving you another view of the lovely grounds just outside the palace. This is the famous Trafalgar Square. Audrey!
We are at Trafalgar Square. As you can see, Morris is feeding the pigeons. We've just been to see Buckingham Palace. It's a beautiful day, about 22 degrees. It's hard to imagine, but we haven't had any rain here. Not half as much as we thought we would. I must admit though, we have bought far too many warm clothes. I'm most comfortable with knitted leggings, a skivvy and a jumper on top. That's all we need for future reference. Trying to get Morris with the pigeons in his hand, but there's so many people passing by and it's very difficult. Pigeons are extremely tame. The moment they're eating pieces of croissant, which we bought from our breakfast. It's really a beautiful experience. He's enjoying himself. He's been extremely crabby. For the record, this is the man who didn't want to visit England. Once here, he tries to dictate where we should go. I have to keep putting my foot down. Doesn't like it, never did. But I survive because I'm a survivor.
here we are aboard the Valhalla, about to take a cruise on the River Thames. We've got Steve, Margaret, Lindsay, Adam, and Audrey there.
Yeah. You see
Recording.
it's at the bottom, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boys and girls, welcome on board the Malua. Everyone happy? Good. You're on holiday, I'm getting paid, and we're all right. Okay, we're going to go down to the town of London Bridge. On the journey down, I should be giving you a commentary to point out the various points and places like that. Cruise down river. This commentary will be partly voluntary by the crew. We're not professional guys, we are crew members, okay? I'm on this lovely vessel, so we do make a mistake and don't throw anything at it, okay? I was lucky to take throws here, wasn't very nice. Spanish? No, I'm afraid not. Russian? No? Sorry, fluent Russian, but no Spanish. Speak gibberish? No? Okay. Yeah, vessel, and in the very unlikely event of an emergency of any kind, it will of course be launched by a member of the crew. We also have individual life jackets for every person on board, and these are contained in the life jacket boxes which you'll find on the upper and lower decks. Our journey now, river, this is the Waterloo Road. Now, your particular work has passed through that building at some time. It's now owned by the Inland Revenue, very friendly people, except for taxis, that is the London-based entity. On the right-hand side, this concrete construction you can see is the new National Theatre. There are actually 3 theatres combined within that building. It has been voted by 7 of London's leading architects being one of the most brilliant buildings ever constructed in central London. We don't really think that's the word anyway. On the opposite bank to the left, you can see the St Catherine. Now, while we're talking about the Royal Family, that vessel there, although it has been altered somewhat, this was in fact the Queen's Royal Barge, which look over the wall there to the left, behind the tree, you can see the two silver dragons. If you look very carefully to the left, you may see the two silver dragons, they guard the entrance, which is what actually opened by Queen Victoria herself. There is another example if you pass through the bridge to the left. Right. Now, once you get through the bridge, you'll see Timber Front trying to support a very old railway bridge, which is called the Small Railway Bridge, and it used to carry the London Stratton for the railway. It's been taken down, as you can see, because it became unsafe, but this was the bridge that used to carry many years ago the steam dropping across the Thames. The first bridge was the Great Line Railway Bridge, and I remember that day, it was on the front there, and that's it, so over to the bridge is through Bridge. Well, if you look over the outside wall, you'll see the last remains of the Queen's Prison, that chapel window there to the right, peeping over the top of the wall. Well, that prison is a deathly prison, I should say was a deathly prison, and you may have even heard the word priest used in some quarters to this day. In fact, the candle that started the Great Fire of London all those years ago. Was in fact in a small bakery shop in the Bush Lane. Also on the left, you see the blue glass building. A story that goes along with that. It belongs to Nicola Montague's bank. It's a solar power building. They're obviously very brave to build solar power buildings in London. But it was actually also designed by 2.5 work windows. No longer trade over the British market, it's a bit further down the river nowadays, but very interesting. This vessel, just quickly on the right, is the Lord Nelson. It's a specially adapted sail training ship for the disabled. It's visiting London over the weekend. To your right is the HMS Belfast, and the HMS Belfast is permanently moored in the Upper Hall of London and is used as a museum. Open to the general public 7 days a week. She was the largest cruiser the British Navy owned during the Second World War, and she weighed 11,500 tons. Jacob's Island, and it was on Jacob's Island that Fagin had his lair on board Pickpocket Beach. It was all filled up with dock. It has changed something. This area, incidentally, pop along there, it's very, very high. Just to show you more of an interest about the building, Bob, it's down, and incidentally, they have all this salt before they leave this building. Quite interesting. Then he come back, he said to Queen Elizabeth, he had a bag hanging out of his mouth, and the table down in the bar. That was the water bar. There you are, there's the steps to right, and the apartments, as you can see. Ground. There is a brass strip that runs through the ground, which is the zero line of the road, so you can stand with one leg in the east or one leg in the west at the same time. Okay, so was built in Dumbarton, Scotland in the 1800s. Now as we approach Greenwich, still look to the right, and just this side of the couple start, you will see a small white yacht. And that's the 60 off the... that means, by the way, he went the wrong way.
Here is the Cuddy Star.
In fact, I called them my little treasures, which has got something there. So I'm just going to go alongside the pier. Hope you've enjoyed this journey. Thank you very much for your time. And don't forget, the commentary was voluntary, and the captain's commentary box will be by the exit door where I will.